class face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Our Voices on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. My name is Natasha Nurse, and my guest today is Michelle Swoons, a pro makeup artist, plus-size model, blogger, and founder of Face Beauty. So, Michelle, we were just talking about the most meaningful lessons you've learned as an entrepreneur so far. So then I guess the next most logical question would be, what would you say have been the biggest challenges that you faced so far on this journey, and specifically by being in the beauty industry?
You know, I think the biggest challenges I think I might have faced is the world that we live in is very, social media based, and it's very driven by, how many followers you have, and everything is, your media influence. Mm-hmm. And as amazing as social media is, it also can sort of, I think, hinder in some ways what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish, because it's just another thing added to the plate that, an entrepreneur from maybe back in the 90s wouldn't have had to think about too much, So as much as amazing as it is, and it helps you get the word out and it helps you really reach the people, it's also really difficult to kind of juggle time management and, think of it from a brand standpoint. You're worrying about, creating products for the consumer and customer service. And so I would say one of the big challenges is just trying to, make sure that you are, an all-inclusive brand that is really being all-inclusive in all aspects of the term. So, you have to be, very diligent about your customer service. Your customer's always right. It's always number one. Just trying to, maybe mesh some of your old school values with the new age technology, I think, has kind of been something that's challenging.
Yeah, that's fair.
And obviously cash flow. Cash flow.
Yes, can't forget about the
green, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the small little thing we called money that makes this world go around. Yeah, no, that's not a problem. Yes, it is, but yeah. I hear you. Okay. Yeah. What would you say are some misconceptions people have about beauty and the products that they're using on their bodies, their face, that they really need to think twice about?
Yeah, so I think a lot of people have a common misconception that it's either one end, there's no middle ground. There's either, one end of the spectrum and the other end of the spectrum. There's, the drastic and the nothing. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my customers are people who don't hardly wear any makeup. Mm-hmm. And I would say another big chunk of my customers are people that are in the professional field because they found out about my brand from working with me. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to be a certain kind of person to wear makeup. Mm-hmm. You can still make it work with minimal products and using things effectively and placing them on your face where they need to go. That's the key, I would say also, figuring out your skincare for your age group is really, really important, because as you age, things will change, and a lot of people in the beauty industry, I think they're more focused on, this makeup look and that makeup look and this makeup look, which are super fun and awesome and amazing, but at the same time, they're also not taking care of their skin. They're falling asleep with their makeup, and, it's just, you have to have a good balance, I think, between everything. So learn about your age group, about what's, age-appropriate makeup as well as age-appropriate skincare, because that's super important. And also, learning about what is in your products, because our bodies are consuming 80% of what you put onto them. You know, think of it anyway, lotion, anything. It's your skin is absorbing and literally eating 80% of what's on there.
Wow. I didn't even think about it until you just said it like that. And that, man. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense to why people are really obsessed over, you know, the natural movement of having natural food and organic food and healthy products, because your body's eating the stuff you put on it. Oh my, that's interesting. Okay, now
think about how scary that is.
It is truly scary. I actually don't want to right now.
I don't think about it.
Yes. No, but we know that this is why conversations like this are super critical, because people need to know, right? Just because you might not be ready to have the conversation doesn't mean you shouldn't. So what would you say then are some of the consequences that you've seen as a makeup artist and someone who's offering face beauty products, right? Like, what is the true cost of using unhealthy or toxic products on your body then?
Okay, so this is another thing. I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news here, because I got your back, y'all. Really, I do. But the people will lie to you in general. Like, people just they it's a survival skill, unfortunately, and they will come up with really creative ways to lie to you. And like, one of the like common misconceptions is that you can reverse the signs of aging. No, you cannot. Like, it's not going to happen. We're not a higher power. Like, none of that's going to happen. So here's the thing: if you can get to it before it gets too bad, that's the key. So think of like skincare as almost like an insurance policy for your skin. You're putting it on, and it's helping you. It's not going to prevent you from getting into an accident, right? It's not going to prevent you from doing something terrible, but it is going to help you when it hits the fan, if you know what I mean. You know, so you also can't shrink your pores. You can't do any of that stuff. But if you use the right skincare and clean your face well, your pores can appear smaller because they're not, filled with gunk. You know what I mean? So those are some of the consequences if you don't, use products that are good for you, and if you don't start with, a good skincare regimen and do what you need to do at your age, then by the time you see a wrinkle, it's too late. Like, you might as well play the RIP song in your head right now. Like, it is too late, so, because you're never going to make that wrinkle go away. But if you, start early, you can slow the process down a whole lot. A whole lot.
Okay. You are listening to Our Voices on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. My name is Natasha Nurse, and my guest today is Michelle Swoons, a pro makeup artist, plus-size model, blogger, and founder of Face Beauty. Oh, Michelle, this has been riveting and truly disturbing all at once. I love it. But
it's been real.
Yes, girl, you keep it in real 100 for 90.3 WHPC. You are not playing around. But with that, I have so many more questions, but I also want to make sure that the audience gets to know you. And I have a segment that's called kind of rapid fire questions. So if we can, I'll try to get some more beauty questions in there as well. But before we get to rapid fire, first, again, if people are interested in trying Face Beauty, if they want to learn more about the different collections you have, where do they go? And please spell it out as well.
So everything's available on my website, which is michelleswoons.com. And you can also go there to, figure out what's going on in my life and what's coming up and everything about me. You can pretty much get a hold of me there. It's michelleswoons.com. So it's MICHELLESWOONS, like Sam.com.
Perfect.
And you can also get me on social media. I'm really more active on Instagram, and I'm also at Michelle Swoons. You spell it the same on Instagram. And Face Beauty is pretty much all over my Instagram. So you'll find it there.
Perfect.
You will find it there.
I love it. All right. So when it comes to your own beauty regimen, what's like the best makeup tip that someone's ever told you and you like are religious about using it every day or, you know, every week?
It's oil. Hands down, it's oil. So there's a bunch of different oils that are on the market. If you're curious about all that stuff, I write like blogs and informational packets about all that kind of stuff. But oil is thebomb.com. The bomb.
Okay.
Oil.
Interesting.
I put it on, like, I use it as a moisturizer. I put it on, you can mix it into your foundation. There's luminizing ones. I'm going to be making a vitamin C oil coming up. Oil is a really, really good moisturizer, and people assume that if your skin is oily, you can't use oil or that you shouldn't use moisturizer at all because it's oily, you know what I mean? But the reason why your skin is oily is because you're not getting enough moisturizer and hydration on your skin. So it actually has the reverse effect, so you'll produce more oil if you don't moisturize.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. And out of the different collections of Face Beauty, what is your number one go-to favorite product that you offer?
Oh, my God.
I know, that's hard.
Ask me that.
Yeah.
They're making me choose between my children.
I know.
I would say my favorite products are the highlighting products. Okay. I'm really, really into, like, the liquid glows. Because you could wear that. The Liquid Glow is a cream oil highlighter. You just put it on like a moisturizer, just slap it on your face, and you're good to go. And it comes in a bunch of different colors. You could wear that by itself without anything else and still look like Tyra Banks, like you're ready to go. You know?
I love it. Okay. And what is something no one knows about you?
Oh, my gosh.
We get real deep here.
Something no one knows about me. Oh, I'm not the person that you see. I am the person that you see on social media, but I struggle a lot with a lot of different things. Like, you know, everybody. I try to be super positive, but I do get down a lot of times. So as strong as I appear to be on social media, I am only that strong because of the support system that I have around me that helps lift me up when I'm super low, like Eeyore style low.
Aww. I appreciate that. But that's really great to know that your fan base really do, you know, give you life, right? And that's awesome. And Michelle Swoons, I'm so excited and so honored that you've been a guest on Our Voices. So thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I hope our audience found you both as informative and inspiring as I did. My name is Natasha Nurse. I'm the proud host of Our Voices here on 90.3 WHPC. Our show's creative director is Rudy J. Breedy. Visit nccradio.org. That's www.nccradio.org for more information. This will be available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. Our Voices is powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.